Hello again, this is BGFH, and welcome back to Illegally Cited, the YouTube channel. And today we're going to take another quick tour, another little quick look of a game that just came out recently, Bioshock Infinite. Again, I'm playing it on the PC through Steam here. And to give you a little bit of a background for people who aren't familiar, Bioshock and System Shock prior to that, System Shock 1 and 2 came out in the 90s, and then Bioshock is the kind of spiritual successor that came out. The first Bioshock came out, I believe it was like in 2008 or so, and then they had Bioshock 1 and 2 and a couple expansions and stuff like that. But the things that really, it's a really cool series. A lot of gamers love the series, myself included. Starting with System Shock, I never actually played the System Shock 1 game myself. A friend of mine played it, and I've seen a couple YouTube videos about it. I played System Shock 2 and really liked it. And even that game, I think, was a little bit ahead of its time. I would love to see what a remastered sort of System Shock, would be like today. But the thing that I really like about the Shock games, as it were, is they add more to, yes, this is another first-person shooter, but they add a lot to it. So they're really good about they add a lot of atmosphere, a lot of story to their games, and then they add other things that make it not just a shooter. So, you can kind of make some choices throughout the game. You can, with each different, System Shock and Bioshock game, you have different kind of magical powers, as it were, which we'll get into, and just ways you can kind of customize and build out your character in addition to just your guns and weapon upgrades. So I'm not going to blab more about the background of it, but other games in the series I would highly recommend. System Shock 2 just came out on Good Old Games recently, remastered, very cool version there. You can get Bioshock 1 and 2 for the PC, 360, or the PS3. Again, really good games. Maybe I'll cover them at some point in the future as well. But let's get started with Bioshock Infinite. So visually, I'll start out with a little bit of what I think visually of the game, and I'll kind of touch on that as we go through as well. The main menu here and the different options, all those are, I don't have a problem with that. The contrast on that is really good. The font is large enough. I think when you're actually in game and you do customize the options, I think some of the font is smaller, so if you want to make any adjustments, I find it easier to do so. And I can double check that when we get into a game actually, but if I remember correctly, before I go into a game, the actual interface is actually bigger, so if you do want to set things up, it may be beneficial for people to do that prior to actually heading into the game itself. And I'll double check that when we go in just to make sure. So, the game itself, I'll kind of touch on that as we go. I have beaten this game once already. I know it just came out, but like I said, this game is fantastic. I'll just get that out of the way right away. Bioshock Infinite is a excellent game. I highly recommend it. What I'm going to do in this kind of quick look, I'm going to show you two different areas, a little bit of each. I'm going to start by showing you really near the beginning of the game, not exactly the beginning, but I'm going to start with like the second little chapter, and that's going to introduce you to the game, the amazing atmosphere, just the attention to detail, and get you started with the very basically that's where the story really begins. And I'm going to play through a part where you're not shooting, you're just getting a feel of the world. So let's go to play game. I'm going to go, I could play a new game, continue, or load chapter. I'm going to load a chapter. And I'm going to go, not to the beginning there, but I'm going to go to the second one right here. Yes, we will lose our saved data. But then the second clip that I'll show you is a little further on when you get your AI buddy, the girl you've been trying to rescue in the game. And we'll get into that more as well. But we'll load it up here and we'll just go. So the premise is that you are in a boat, you go to this island thing with this lighthouse, and you get launched into this sky place, this weird sky city, and this is where you end up. Literally, when you come out from being launched, and you're trying to find this girl, and you end up here. And we got some kind of, you know, boom, it just has this really spiritual, religious kind of thing going on. You know, you got the statue here, the paintings, and the candles, and really, I'm digging the music too. It just really fits, and it really like the music in this. It just fits this really, like I said, spiritual, kind of religious, like
Seed of the prophet.
just, yeah, it fits that very well. I mean, the graphics in general too are just fantastic. If you can play this on the PC, I highly recommend playing it on the PC versus like the 360 or the PS3, because I don't even have it on, I have it on high settings, I don't have it on ultra, and the game looks beautiful. Especially when you come down here. Like, look at the reflections in the water, the blurring for like the candles, the statue, just combine that with the audio work in this game. As you'll see, especially in the first part of this video, like I said, the atmosphere that they, and Bioshock has always been good. System Shock and Bioshock have always been good, really good, about the atmosphere in their games. And as far as that goes, I think they really outdid themselves in Infinite here. Look at that. I mean, just,
Out of this place.
you got that up there. It just reflects in the water. That is gorgeous. It is amazing. So, we're going to walk up here. And, oh, that's not nice. Steal money from a church. We'll head up here. So I'll show you what the looting looks like when you're looting like a chest or a body or a cabinet or whatever. Boom, we get this little, all these little circles here. This is where, like, some people I think may have some trouble reading some of the text that is in there. Usually when I'm looting, I pretty much just grab everything. I mean, you know, you don't have like an encumbrance or anything, so, you know, if I'm looting a body in the middle of combat or just stocking up on stuff, nope, I just grab it and go. So I just grab most everything I can. If it's not nailed down, I grab it. Let's head over here. Here's another element of the game. System Shock, or, well, yeah, System Shock had them. A lot of games are using these audio logs to give you some more backstory to the game. So they have these, what do they call them? Voxophones. I'll grab one of these.
Love the prophet because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Alright, so you get some, like I said, we're definitely getting a really kind of religious vibe here.
Excuse me. Where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
Let's keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get made.
Alright, so like I said, we're looking for this girl. We ended up in this place. We have no idea where we are. We just got launched into some crazy temple place. He said, I'm really digging this song. It really fits this. But even, like, look at that water on the wall. That's really cool looking. That's just the attention to detail. I know I'm going to keep coming back to that throughout this video, but really, it's just amazing.
And every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock.
So we'll head down here to this crowd of people here. I'm not going to listen to all the speeches, because if I went through this beginning part, especially coming up here, if I went through everything, we would be here forever. When I first played this game the first time, I probably spent the first like 2 hours just not even fighting anything, just going through and soaking in the atmosphere. Alright, hey buddy, how's it going?
Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be washed clean, before our prophet, our founders, and our Lord.
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
It's either this or turn around and get back on that rocket. Might as well get
You notice they conveniently blocked my way back. I'm not getting back anyway, even if I wanted to. I want to leave. Alright, so let's do your crazy baptismal thing here.
Come,
Hey,
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord. I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
Alrighty, sicko.
who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the curb and wipe away the debt.
What do you want?
We had a deal to it. Open this door right now.
I told you. Not gonna do it.
So Booker DeWitt
away.
is the character you play throughout this game. Booker DeWitt,
Do it.
as it says on the door here. Or the window. Yeah, fine, I'll answer it. And, gee, we got some nice ominous scene going on over here. That can't be good. Here we go. Okay.
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one.
True.
I need to
So-
find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
I'm gonna play through this. I'm gonna play through a bit of this first area. This may be kind of a long, quick look, but I just want to give you guys an idea, and I really want to get you guys interested in this game because, like I said, just noticing the attention to detail. They do some really interesting things with within the story, covering some really interesting themes, as you'll get to see here as we go through.
To our prophet, Father Comstock,
so that we may follow in the prophet's path.
So we got some people praying there. And what's actually happening is they got this weird, we're in this sky city, this Columbia place, and what the deal is that...
Prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
Yeah, alrighty. But basically, you've got this society that is... This game takes place in 1912, by the way, and this religious thing, they're actually treating like the country's founders, Washington, Jefferson, or just all these,
And lend me strength.
you'll hear people talk and, say some presidents' names.
Rebel against ignorance and tyranny. Share with
They're praying to all these founders like they were gods.
And the scroll.
And the key. Amen.
No chance, no luck. Only providence. And that you
Okay, so
Just
we're
'cause
gonna...
the city flies don't mean it ain't got its fair share of fools. All right. Still got a girl to find.
Okay, and now we're gonna head into Columbia proper. So, like I said, I really want to give you the beginning of this game because it's, all the detail, just setting up the story, setting up the whole atmosphere in general. And the thing that I like about Bioshock Infinite compared to the other games like in System Shock and the first two Bioshock games was that you only really got to see those the different places as they were crumbling, as they were, have already fallen, basically. So, the original Bioshock, for instance, you got to see Rapture, but you got to see it as it was basically just really going to crap, and, the society has already fallen, basically. And you're getting to see Columbia here in its prime before all things go terrible. So I really do appreciate that because I really, in the original Bioshock, I wanted to see what it would be like before the city fell, essentially. another, like, a lot of statues, a lot of, and the whole game has this, just, you know, really nice skylines, really nice, really kind of epic vistas you can look at. Really good looking game. And you notice that you get these rails up here. These come into play later, and I'll show you that in the second clip that card is on there. I'll show you how that comes into actual gameplay as we go on here. So I'm gonna ignore some of the stuff, but like I said, when I went through this the first time playing this game, I would stop and listen to every conversation, check out every little vending machine, all kind of stuff. So remember, this is in 1912, but they've got this Sky City, they've got all these, like, you know, you'll get to see the fair coming up pretty soon. We're on the way to this raffle, and we got these like weird mechanical horses, and just, so despite being such an earlier time, there's a lot of mechanical technology here. We got a lot of propaganda, got this floating stuff going by. And we have to wait till these guys pass before they open up this path here, so we'll just...
Sorry, pal. You gotta wait like all the rest.
Yep, fine. So one thing that you'll find when you're exploring is that, you know, oh, okay, you got this really cool, you know, sky paradise thing. You know, at first glance, it's like, okay, this is weird, but it's, you know, kind of an interesting place. As you explore, you really get to hear some conversations and read some signage and just get some different clues to...
Columbia Raffle and Fair.
Not all is quite as good and pure as it may appear. Notice all the people, you know, they all kind of have, you know, they all kind of dress the same, they all kind of, you know, they're all talking about religion, this kind of religious stuff. But you really notice that something is not right. So here we got this floating barge kind of thing. And they will play this whole song. They'll stop here and play it. And we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but they will play it, and you can listen to it. I did the first time I listened to the whole thing. Again, the attention to detail is really good. And you find it interesting that you find that stuff all over the game. You know, you can read the signage here, you can listen to conversations, all that kind of stuff. So let's keep going.
That kind of talk draws attention.
Oh, don't turn into some faint and radical on me, John. I do not want to be some character out of I Married a Vox Populi, now do I?
Alrighty, guys. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's where they said I'd find her.
Telegram, Mr. DeWitt.
Huh.
Telegram for you, sir.
DeWitt, stop. Do not alert Comstock to your presence. Stop. Whatever you do, do not pick number 77. Stop.
Alright, so we're still on the way to this lottery or this raffle. We're going to head up this way.
Good day to you, sir.
Hello.
Okay, we'll head up these steps here. Another thing that I like, here's where they start actually introducing gameplay elements. So they're kind of giving you a sneak peek of what to expect throughout the game. Let's listen to this guy for a minute.
Would you believe me? Well, friends, I am here today to tell. Those are no flights of fancy. Those are no tall tales told behind the pool hall. No, sir, no, ma'am. Those are vigors I'm talking about. Brought to you courtesy of Mr. Jeremiah Fink himself. Who amongst you has tasted the divine gift of the vigor? So
they're telling us these vigors, these are the kind of magical, or these, I call them magical for lack of a better word, but kind of, you know, magical abilities that you get to supplement your weapons and stuff. So they're actually introducing that. Instead of giving you a whole bunch of dialogues and wordy explanations, they're actually keeping with this, you know, I really like how they're doing that. They're keeping the whole kind of fair motif and, you know, the little fair thing where they're showing off different things and, you know, look at this wonderful thing and whatever. So we got little vending machines or little picture shows you can watch here. Silent movies. They're short. I'll just play one so you get an idea. And the text goes a little fast, so I'm not able to really read that quick enough, but there you go. And they have loads of those. They have ones that you can interact with. They have all kinds of different stuff. So now we're heading into the fair. So this is going to teach you some like shooting and other mechanics here, and this one back here as well. I'm not going to do all these right now, but like I said, I did do all these when I went through the game the first time. Really nice way to introduce you to the mechanics and stuff of the game. Keep heading down here. And again, this little stage show, they will play the whole song. Let's head up here. Is there anything up in here? Oh, okay. Right, so here they're going to introduce, remember I showed you the voxophone in the beginning?
Say something, Sonny. What's a voxophone? What's a voxophone?
Exactly that. A personal record of voice.
Hey, just so we're clear, I'm not paying for this.
Just a demonstration, sir.
Alright, so that's introducing you if you didn't already, use it in the church thing there. It's introducing to you that mechanic there. So again, just what things you would expect to find at a fair, just a bunch of little stage shows and kind of trying to wow the crowd and everything. Really, and then they use it to actually introduce the gameplay. Really pretty cool. Head up here for a second, see if anything's up here. I was like that. 4 flavors? That's like too many, man. What's wrong with the vanilla? I always got a kick out of that.
Have you ever lost a penny to a vending machine?
Now this is what we need here.
Has a pay telephone ever refused to connect you with a beloved spouse? Well, it's time to take back control from the men of metal. With possession, you are the master. You will bend any machine to your will.
Alrighty.
One of those.
With just a whisper, they're all ears.
Okay, that's a little weird. I really get a kick out of, like, in other Bioshock games, and just games in general, where you find food laying around, or you find this weird potion, and you're like, I have no problem drinking that. I'm going to pick it up and start chugging, or eat this food that's been just suspiciously sitting here.
Press to turn machines into allies.
And when you get a new vigor, and when you get new, like, weapon upgrades and stuff like that, they will actually give these little quick tutorials and just tell you kind of what they do. So again, we got these little dialogues here, that kind of give you another little tip of whatever. And again, that's something where the text may be a little small for some people to read very well. So that may be another concern. But once you figure it out, or if you just look at the controls under options, you kind of you just know what the controls are. So if I didn't grab that vigor first...
Sorry, pal. The raffle is all sold out. Entrance is reserved for dignitaries and very important personages alone.
Is that so?
Don't mean me.
I will,
Assemblyman Buford. Your spot at the raffle awaits. Don't know why I didn't recognize you
Alright,
before.
so that's the little vigor I just got from that lady. Now we can control machines. Or we can kind of bend them to our will.
Heads.
Or tails.
Come on, let me through.
These people show up a lot in the game. You'll see what's going on later. Or if you play the full game.
Heads.
Told you. I never find that as satisfying as I'd imagined.
Chin up. There's always next time.
I suppose there is.
Alright, we're almost going to be done with this first clip, but again, I kind of want to show you, like I said, I really want to show off the beginning of the game just because it's done so well, and I don't really consider it spoiling because, like I said, it's at the beginning of the game, introducing the mechanics, and so this is the first thing you would see if you were going to play the game anyway. Oh yeah. I don't know if you heard that whole thing, but yeah, so like I said, you're getting all these, if you listen to that full kind of little chant, you're getting some really kind of weird, twisted stuff. So like I said, not all is all pleasant here. So again, I can hack this, or not hack it, but I can use my little ability on that, get some extra change back. Here's what the interface looks like for buying items and upgrades and ammo and things like that. All these different, there's a few different types of machines in the game that have this sort of interface. So again, I didn't have too much trouble reading it. Some of the text was a little, I wish it was a little bit bigger, but you know, there you go. That's something that, like I said, again, some of you may have a little bit of trouble reading. So let us, we need to head down this way. I'm gonna book it a little bit faster here. Again, introducing another, they're hinting at a future mechanic of the game. Check out that cool little toy he's got. That is going to come into play. That is what is going to allow you, it's this kind of magnetic skyhook device that will allow us to, you see those rails up there that I point out every once in a while, like right up there. You're going to be able to ride those, and I will demonstrate that when we get to our next little, our second clip here, our second part of the demo here. Okay, so a little foreshadowing, the false shepherd, and I have that, happen to have that little mark on my hand. So, you know only good things can come from this. Yeah, right. Yeah, and all this stuff, again, is just in the world. I could really take my time, and I didn't explore everything, but just to give you an idea here. Now we're almost getting up to the raffle here, and once we do the raffle thing, I will show you one or two quick things, and then we'll pop over to the second part of the... I'm going to give you a little bit of glimpse into the combat and a few of the other mechanics, and then we'll call it good. Alright, so let's head down here.
The 1912 raffle has officially begun!
Okay, raffle. So she's calling me over. If I wouldn't, if I don't go up to her right away, she'll try to get, you know, coax me over here and stuff. So we'll just grab one of these.
No sale.
Silly. There's never a charge for the raffle. You've been sleeping under a rock?
77.
So we got a ball.
That's a lucky number. I'll be rooting
77. So, let's see what this raffle's all about. And yeah, here's where things take a turn.
All right then. The winner is number 77.
What do you know?
Of course. Remember a little telegram warning a little while ago.
77, come and claim your prize.
I win. What do I win? What do I win? The first throw. Okay, we got a ball. What is that? Oh dear Lord. Not cool. So now we basically find out that...
Are you gonna throw it, or are you taking your coffee black these days?
Okay, so yes, all is not well.
Looks like we've got a shy one here. We've got to do something about that. Time's a wasting, my boy. Why don't you give her a throw?
I'm not throwing it.
No, I'm not going to throw it.
Wait, it's him.
Now, where'd you get that brand, boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd? And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock. Show them what we got planned, boys!
Aha, there's our cool little thing. Our little rail. Ow! That has gotta hurt. Now we're starting to introduce melee combat. So now, Come here, buddy. How's it going? Oh. Kill that guy. Loot his corpse. Hey, buddy. How's it going? I'll show you a couple melee kills here. I'm just doing a kill right now, but now I'm doing a finishing move. Oh. God, that's got to ruin your day. Now, you notice that kind of musical tone, and if I kill certain guys, if I just finish them, or if I just kill them, you notice that you get that musical tone, and not only does it add to like the atmosphere of the game, you know, just the whole music makes it more interactive, but what it also does, see, it killed him. Oh geez. What it does is it cues you into the fact that yes, this guy is actually dead and you can move on. So if I were to kill everyone in, let me see if there's a bunch of dudes around here, see if I can kill everybody in this area. Alright, where are you, buddy? Yeah, there's probably oh, okay. I'll grab this guy. There we go. Hey! There we go. And now I have a gun. Loot this guy's corpse. So I'm going to stop this part here because I'm going to show you more variety of combat. We're going to head to the main menu here. But I did want to show you the beginning of the game, like I said, just to really set the mood, set the atmosphere. Just one of the things that Bioshock Infinite does really well, its strengths, and you know, I've already said it, but you know, the whole presentation of the game is fantastic. Hopefully that gets you really kind of intrigued in the story, and like I said, I would highly recommend checking it out. Because now we've got this paradise, but we've got apparently these white supremacist people. And, yeah, we got some racial stuff, we got some religious stuff, we got some really kind of weird false worshipy stuff, so there's a lot going on just in that short little introduction. And then it goes to this, you know, like I said, just this whole science fiction kind of plot as we get into it, and just the game does a lot of different things. So when I load this up here, we're going to be diving in for the second part. Now we are in the midst of hey buddy, of a whole combat situation here. Loot this guy. We're going to run. I can probably ignore some of these guys. But you know, oh geez, hi, how you doing, buddy? You notice that we have this girl with us, that we did rescue the lady that we were trying to find. Well, we got her out of the tower anyway, there she is. Now, she doesn't actually kill people, she doesn't actually help you necessarily in combat, but what I'm waiting for is I'm purposely trying to get hurt a little bit, because I want to have her, while she doesn't kill, she will help you. She'll look around the environment for supplies. Here, come here, you little bastard. There we go. There's one of my powers, electrocution. So, she'll throw me salts, which replenish that kind of magical power. She'll replenish some ammo. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I can aim down the sights, of course. Hey, bud. Okay, so now you hear that final kind of musical tone. That tells you that everyone in the area, in the immediate area, is dead. Now, another power that she has, this lady that I have, Elizabeth.
Do it.
Okay.
And I should have actually done that earlier, but you can pull things in. You see these weird little shimmering things. You can pull in, and there's a story reason for it. But you can pull these things in from like this other kind of dimension. You can pull in like health and ammo and guns and cover, like, you know, like the little chunks of wall that you can use for cover. I'll show you another thing. Here's where we get our little sky roller coaster here. Here we go. Yeah. Let's get my shotgun out. I'm gonna summon this guy. Pull him out. Hey, buddy. Come on. Like I said, I'm trying to get her to send me something here. Come on. Zap him again. Let's switch one of my other magical powers here. Let's get some fire. Oh, you know what? You know, I'm going to switch to... Which one is it? That one. This one's cool. We have some dudes somewhere. Let's do some looting. So we got this guy following us, and so a lot of them have like chain guns or other weapons that... So they'll fight on your side until they get destroyed or until you kill everybody. We're going to head up... What you doing, lady? I was waiting for her to actually give me some, like, ammo or something. Okay, bud, how you doing? Yeah! Get him, crows, get him! So that's another cool power that you have. Get! Oh yeah, let's go. Gimme! Hey, lady! You were gonna offer me some salts. There we go. And that's what she'll do. She'll give you ammo, she'll give you healing items or food. So that becomes really handy. You get real low on ammo and you're trying to, you know, just stay alive. You know, you give her long enough and she will, you know, especially if there's a lot of dudes and a lot of different things in the environment, she'll grab stuff and she'll throw it to you. She'll like, hey, I have this, or you need some money, or you need some health, or you're hurt, or, you know, she'll just say different things and then you just hit the use key and she'll chuck something over to you and you're back in it. So again, you see this little shimmer, I can pull this in. There we go. Grab that. And we'll end it here in just a minute here, but we have to, whee! There we go. Let's ride this baby. Oh, you know what? We're going the wrong way here. Let's go the other way. So you can slide, you can quickly jump and, like, switch directions really easily. And there are times where there's multiple rails in the environment, so if I see another one off to the side, I can just... It'll light up and I'll hop over to it. Come on. There we go. Jump up here. And now we're back on this other kind of island thing. So, like I said, she doesn't really kill things in combat, but the nice thing is it's not, you know, she's with you, I would say, for a good, you know, 85-90% of the game or so. But I'm always afraid when you have an AI character that they're just gonna be obnoxious, and you'll have to protect them. And she's not like that at all. Elizabeth, she'll never die. You never have to worry about that. It just, she helps you. Oh, here we got another kind of enemy. I'm going to switch between. Let's do this. Chuck some grenades, fire grenades at him. But you never have to worry about her dying, and she'll help you. She never gets in the way. She doesn't, you know, some AI characters will, you know, if you're supposed to go somewhere for an objective, they'll keep hounding you. They'll just keep playing audio samples over and over, like, hey, we need to do this. Hey, we go over here. Hey, do this.
There's a moment when we're not being shot.
So like,
I spotted some supplies over there.
Like Half-Life 2 and the Alex character, again, just really, really well done. Just never gets in the way. Really useful. And she's a major part of the story. You know, you're learning about her. She's learning about our main character. And the whole game is just about their trust and relationship and figuring out what is going on in this crazy place and what Booker's doing up here and how Elizabeth fits into everything. And like I said, there's just a lot to this game. That should give you a really kind of a good idea of what to expect from Bioshock Infinite. Again, there's a lot to it. It's not all combat. There'll be breaks where you can visit, like, you know, the stores, or interact with just the city as it is in the environment. Just really, really cool. I'm trying to find, before I exit, I think, see, I'm trying to remember where the heck I even came from. I know I jumped from that sky hook. Grab that. And if I would have waited long enough, she probably would have, or, you know, if I didn't notice that, she probably would have found that on her own and be like, hey, take this. Okay, so actually no, we're in a totally different area. I was thinking we were in a different thing. I was going to show you a few more like little vending machines and kind of cool little interactive things that we could do. But so I've shown you a bit of the story and the excellent atmosphere in this game, and then I showed you a little bit of combat, and I amazingly didn't do something stupid and get killed. But actually that's one thing I should mention is death is really not a punishment in this game too much. You start pretty much where you died. I mean, you might be pushed back like a tad, but you'll lose a little bit of money. So the guys might regain a little bit of their health, the guys that are still standing, but anyone that you've killed in the area is still dead. So it's really a game that's really meant for you to get through the story. You know, I mean, you can play it. There are different difficulty modes, and you can play it as a really harder first-person shooter. Oh, okay. But that should give you a good look at what to expect in Bioshock Infinite. Highly recommend it. Well worth the full price. And if you want a fun shooter with a really cool story, really cool atmosphere, highly recommended. Check it out. So that is Bioshock Infinite. So until next time, I will hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later.